Good morning, everybody. It's Saturday, April the 21st. We got a different venue we're filming from today. We're in my car. Why are we in my car? We're at the hockey rink. That's right. It might be, the hockey season might be over for some, but the little one is here for his practice. So, yeah, we thought we have a different venue. We film it live. Live. It's not live. It's almost live from my car. What are we talking about today? So, we lost another team last night. 13 teams are left in the pursuit of Stanley. What a night of hockey last night. Some interesting developments for sure. 3 games to talk about. Let's first talk about the team that we lost. Winnipeg shuts out Minnesota in a dominant performance. Minnesota is eliminated. We're down to 13. If you watch the first period of the Winnipeg-Minnesota game, wow, what can I say? One of the most dominant periods of hockey that I have witnessed. Devon Dubnyk gave up 4 goals on 10 shots. However, you cannot fault him. His team did not show up to play here tonight. The crowd in Winnipeg, the whiteout, is unbelievable. These fans deserve it. So they've been doing, in the 80s, they basically the ones who started the whiteout. Yes, I don't like it since the only people in the rink that are not wearing white, including the players on the ice, are the Winnipeg Jets players. Yeah, so that's why it's a little weird, but it's loud in there. The atmosphere was unbelievable last night. All right, so they won the first period. Basically, after those 4 goals, the game was over. They cruised to a 5-0 win. If you noticed, Dubnyk was pulled, but the players were very ashamed of their performance. The captain, Koivu, went up to him and basically said, you know what, it's on us. Don't worry about it. You're one of the reasons why we've made it this far. But yeah, the road has ended for Minnesota, and we're down to 13 teams. Scheifele, Trouba, Tanev, Little, and Arnia. Again, 5 separate goal scorers, and we've been saying it all most of the playoff. He had one bad game, but most of the playoff. Hellebuck with another solid performance, a shutout in net, 30 save performance. So there you have it. The Winnipeg Jets are going on, and they're going to be waiting now for a few days for the winner of the Colorado-Nashville series, which we'll get to in a minute. Next game we'll talk about, Battle of Pennsylvania. Sorry I said the Battle of Philadelphia last video. Apologies. Pennsylvania is the state. Philadelphia is obviously a city. Anyways, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh. Couple of lineup changes here. Michael Neuwirth was the goalie. We've ragged on Brian Elliott all series. He was not in the net in this game. Neuwirth came in, a good performance, obviously, and the Flyers obviously really got a shot in the arm with Sean Couturier, which I feel is their best player back in the lineup. He scored a huge goal in the third period. He comes in, Fupula with a goal and 2 assists. Philadelphia scores a late goal with about 90 seconds left in the game to go up 3-2, put the empty netter in, and it's 4-2. Now, I've talked about how I don't like the Penguins, but they've looked solid. The Penguins are an interesting team. They have, I think, one of the top offenses in the league, led by their top 3, Crosby, Malkin, and Kessel. But yesterday, we saw what their issues are. They're defensively challenged. Phil Kessel is a great offensive player. He's been great on the power play this year, but he was one of the reasons they lost this game yesterday. He had a play where they're on the power play, makes a terrible pass. He doesn't get back fast enough. The Flyers score a huge goal to tie it, and then that basically gave him momentum. Crosby, Malkin, and Kessel, all negative players yesterday. Again, I don't want to rag on Kessel. People know the history of with me and Kessel. I don't like Kessel. He let us down as a Maple Leaf. He came in, and the last year or so, he basically gave up on the team. I'm not a big fan. But yeah, he's a great offensive player, but there's going to be games like last night where he might cost you the game. So the Battle of Pennsylvania is going back to Pittsburgh. Game 6. We might have a series. Apologies. It's going back to Philadelphia. All they need to do is win a Game 6 and force a Game 7. So yeah, the Flyers are still alive. The Orange Crush is ready to dominate the Penguins in Game 6. A beautiful game, and they extend the series. Now, the best game of the night, I thought, Now, it's not the best game of the night if you like a lot of goals, but the best game of the night in my mind, Colorado and Nashville. Nashville was ready to eliminate the Colorado Avalanche. The Colorado Avalanche, however, were not going to participate in Nashville's plans. Game 5 in Nashville. What happens? 2 scoreless periods. Great goaltending duel. So let's start with the goaltender. We've been ragging again on another goalie all videos, Jonathan Bernier, who's having terrible, I believe, he's having a terrible playoff, and is one of the reasons why Colorado is not in a better situation than they are. So he got a little bit hurt, and they went with Andrew Hammond yesterday. And boy, did he steal one for the Avalanche last night. Shutout, 2 scoreless period shutout. With about 4 minutes left, Nashville's up 1-0. They're basically, getting the champagne on ice in the locker room. They're going to move on to the next round. Colorado scores to tie it, and with about 90 seconds left, scores a big goal to ice the game. 2-1 win. And who was the star of this game? Andrew Hammond. Andrew Hammond, a goalie that they didn't even want to discuss with Varley and Bernier. But Andrew Hammond, the Hamburglar, there's a lot of history with him. His nickname is the Hamburglar. He comes in, 45 shots on goal, 44 big saves, the big star of the game. He stood on his head. If you get a chance to see the highlights of this, wow. And I've been saying this, if Colorado got better goaltending this series, they might be up 3-2 instead of being down 3-2. So Colorado's still alive. They're going back to Denver. Game 6 with a chance to force a Game 7. So while it was looking like some of the series were going to be a blowout, Philadelphia did not participate, and Colorado did not participate to basically force a Game 6. And we're hoping, please, we're hoping 5 o'clock tonight, the Leafs and Bruins, let's force a Game 6 as well. So there you have it, the wrap up for today. Last thing I want to talk about is the Lady Byng nominees. Well, the Lady Byng the finalists were announced yesterday. So what is the Lady Byng? The Lady Byng goes to the player that exemplifies sportsmanship and who's had a great year. Now, it's not the player with the least penalty minutes. It goes to a player that had a great year as well. That is not, a guy that gets a lot of penalties and doesn't cause a lot of problems. The finalists: Alexander, a.k.a. Sasha Barkov from Florida, Ryan O'Reilly from the Buffalo Sabres, and William Karlsson from the Las Vegas Golden Knights. I don't think this is close. William Karlsson's going to run away with this. William Karlsson is had a year that is just beyond unbelievable. 9 goals was his career high going into this. He scored 43 goals for the expansion Las Vegas Golden Knights. William Karlsson also led the NHL with a plus 49 rating. Think about that. Plus 49. He was on the ice 49 more times when this team scored than they didn't score. On the other end, Phil Kessel, the guy that we rag on, was a -4 on a team that scores a ton of goals. Las Vegas Golden Knights are not the Pittsburgh Penguins, but William Karlsson, plus 49. William Karlsson's going to win this award. There's no doubt in my mind that he's going to win this award. Barkov and O'Reilly, both great players. Not that it matters. Barkov's team didn't make the playoffs. O'Reilly's team is terrible. William Karlsson, they want to give this guy a trophy, and he will be your Lady Byng winner. So there you have it. We got some more hockey going. We got an early game, 12 o'clock our time. We got a game going on. We got the game that I'll be focusing on is the Toronto Maple Leafs. Pray for us. Let us win this one. Let's keep the season going. Anyways, this is Serge Bogosian, FHD Sports, coming to you from the Gateway Ice Center in Fresno, California. We will see you tomorrow, and enjoy your weekend.